Hey everyone, it's Liz with the Sugar Geek Show. Today I'm going to show you how to make beautiful purple fondant. This is a color that can be difficult for some cake decorators to achieve, but if you follow these simple steps, you'll have beautiful, flawless, delicious fondant in no time. So let's get started. So go ahead and gather your materials to make your fondant. This is the same recipe you would find on the website for LMF fondant on sugargeekshow.com. In addition to that, we're also going to need some AmeriColor gels. We have electric pink, electric purple, regal purple, and black if you need a dark colored purple fondant. We also have our marshmallows, our sugar, our vegetable shortening, our stand mixer with the hook attachment, and our Wilton fondant, but you could also use satin ice. So now I have my batch of marshmallows melted in the microwave for about a minute, but it's not quite melted enough. I've gone ahead and melted it for another 40 seconds so that it's nice and melty. And I'm adding my vegetable shortening into the bowl. This is a half cup. And then I'm adding 1 tablespoon of water into my marshmallows just to release it from the bowl and make it easier to pour into the bowl. Now go ahead and add 3/4 of the bag of your powdered sugar. If you have problems with getting little lumps, you can always sift it, but I don't really feel like it's necessary. I just do it right from the bag. Go ahead and turn that on medium speed and let it combine together. Once it's combined, I'm going to start adding in my food coloring. So I'm doing 1 teaspoon of electric pink, 1 teaspoon of electric purple, 2 teaspoons of regal purple, and add in 1 teaspoon of black if you want it to be a dark purple. We're going for more of a dark, medium colored pink purple. I've still got this on medium, just mixing away. It's just video sped up, so don't let that make you think that you should turn it up to high. So you can see that the color isn't quite all mixed together yet. Just let it mixing until everything is combined together beautifully. Once everything is combined, you can add in a little bit more powdered sugar. This is going to help the fondant from releasing from the sides of the bowl. And it's going to look like a terrible mess at first. If you feel like your fondant is too dry, you could always add a little bit more water at this point. But it is pretty normal for it to look kind of crumbly and weird right now, so don't panic. So you can see it doesn't look very pretty at this point, but we're just going to put a little bit of vegetable shortening on our hands and pull the fondant off of the hook and scrape out the fondant from the bowl and place it onto the table to mix in our pre-made fondant, which is the key to getting that added stretch. And some people will say, well, why are you adding pre-made fondant to fondant? If you want to just make fondant, why don't you just make it? Well, the deal is pre-made fondant is pretty cheap and it doesn't necessarily taste that good. And marshmallow fondant tastes really good, but it doesn't necessarily work that great. So when you combine the two, you end up with a really good tasting fondant that isn't very expensive to make, but works like the really expensive stuff. So you're basically extending your crappy fondant and making it taste really good. I promise you can't even taste the Wilton. So go ahead and combine the last little bit of sugar if you need to. If it feels good and just kind of slightly tacky, then you're good to go. You can see it's got a nice stretch. Then you can go ahead and place this into a gallon-sized Ziploc bag and store it for up to 3 months. Always remember to reheat and knead well before each use. That's it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you like watching more tutorials on cake decorating. I'm Liz Merrick, and I'll see you guys next time.